She cooked her husband's heart and gave it to her children to eat. I never wanted to speak of that night. Not to the police. Not to the pastor. Not even to my own shadow. But now that Uduak is dead, and the children keep waking up crying for papa soup, I can't hold it anymore. You see, I watched my sister-in-law cook her husband's heart and serve it to their children, with gari and fresh bitter leaf, and they ate it. They licked their plates. Before you call me mad, ask yourself this: what would you do if the woman you loved smiled sweetly while feeding your son human flesh? What would you do if she hummed asterisk, while Abesai, while her husband's head sat in a pot behind her? I wanted to run. I wanted to scream. But I stood there like a coward, my legs soaked in my own piss, watching the devil wear Uduak's face. It happened in Iket Obio, a sleepy village where we still greet the moon and pour libation on red earth. A place where children are told, don't whistle at night, or the spirits will borrow your voice. That night, the spirits did more than borrow. They danced, they laughed, they clapped as Uduak stirred a heart that once beat for her. I know because I heard them, I swear on my dead mother's grave. The strangest thing. Uduak wasn't always like that. She was once the kind of woman that made rain fall on dry ground. A woman whose soup could raise a dead tongue. But something changed when her husband, my elder brother, brought home another wife, a light-skinned city girl with straight hair and hips like sin. Uduak swallowed her pain with silence. Until silence turned into fire. I should have stopped her. I should have shouted, but I didn't. I watched. Because a part of me, God forgive me, understood her. How do you love a man, give him children, and he thanks you with betrayal? She broke, yes. But not all madness wears rags. Some madness wears wrappers and cooks with Audrey. And that night, her madness tasted like pepper soup. My brother, Okon, came home that Friday night drunk on palm wine and lust. I knew because I helped him climb down from the bike, his lips smelling of lipstick and cheap gin. Uduak didn't say a word when he stumbled into the compound, only watched him with those tired eyes that no longer blinked. The children, Etido and Imebong, ran out to hug their father. He pushed them away. Go and hug your mother, he said, wiping his lips. I'm not in the mood for noise. That was the first time I saw her blink. She looked at the children, then at me. I didn't know it then, but she had already made up her mind. Okon entered the house and fell on the raffia mat, snoring like a cow that just ate poison yam. Midnight came like a thief. The kind of quiet only the bush understands. That was when she moved. I woke up to the sound of a pot lid falling on the cement floor. I crept to the kitchen window, careful not to step on dry leaves. And I saw her. She was kneeling beside Okon's body. He was still snoring, pressing a grinding stone to his chest. Slow, steady, like someone cracking melon. I didn't scream. I couldn't. My throat had sealed itself. She dug into his chest with a kitchen knife, pulling out the heart like it was ogbono seed. Then she smiled. She carried the heart like a trophy and placed it in the big iron pot. Added water, salt, crayfish, Audrey, pepper. She stirred, humming like a woman possessed. And me, I stood there, frozen. My brother's blood soaking the floor, the scent of stew rising into the air, and the children sleeping just meters away. By morning, the pot was boiling. Etido and Imebong came out rubbing their eyes, dragging their feet. Udua greeted them with a smile and placed 2 steaming plates on the bamboo table. Your father left early for the farm, she said. Etido asked, but he promised to buy me groundnut sweet. Uduak knelt beside him, rubbed his cheek. Eat first, he'll be back. They ate. Joyfully, greedily, licked the plates, thanked their mother. I wanted to shout. I wanted to break something, but I sat on the porch, biting my tongue. What could I say? That the meat they were chewing came from the chest of their father. Who would believe me? Uduak cleaned the house, swept the blood away like dust, burned Okon's clothes in the backyard. When I asked her where the rest of his body was, she smiled. I gave it back to the earth, she said. Let the worms learn from a man who couldn't keep his vow. I told her she was mad. She told me I was next if I didn't shut my mouth. And I believed her. 3 days passed. Nobody asked questions. In our village, people disappear all the time. The chief said Okon probably went to Uyo to see his second wife. Nobody looked for him. Nobody dug. Only the children kept asking, when is Papa coming back? Uduak always replied, soon. Then she'd go into the kitchen and polish that same pot. The one that cooked his heart. On the 4th night, Etido fell sick. Fever. Vomiting. Night terrors. He screamed in his sleep, the meat is watching me. Mommy, the meat is talking. I knew then that something deeper had entered this house. It wasn't just murder. It was a curse. Uduak had opened a door that couldn't be shut. I begged her to take the children to the church for prayers. She slapped me. You think prayers will bring back respect? She shouted. You think God cared when Okun slept in another woman's bed? I left the house that night and went to the chief priest. Old man Ikmini, blind in one eye, sat beneath his iroko tree chewing kola nut. Uduak has called something dark, I said. She killed her husband. Fed his heart to the children. He didn't flinch. Just spat red saliva on the ground. Then the earth will take her, he said. I returned home just before dawn. The kitchen light was on. The pot was boiling again. But this time, it wasn't meat I smelled. It was hair. Burning hair. I ran inside. Uduak was standing there, naked, whispering to the pot. They must eat again, she said. So they don't forget who their real father is. I don't know what she was cooking this time. I didn't wait to find out. And I didn't look back. Would like to know what I did next? Hit the subscribe button to get notified for episode 2 of this story. Like this video if you enjoyed every bit of it. See you in the next episode.